One of the coolest places to get a craft beer in the Quad Cities is, of course, the Last Picture House here in downtown Davenport. And it's even cooler when the beers they serve are exclusive to this location. Local breweries making delicious craft beer that can really only be served at the Last Picture House. Joe's here from Stompbox, Adam's here from Twinspan. Ian, you kind of run the joint. What's your job here?
I'm the front of house guy, so I take care of a lot of the beer and cocktails and stuff like that.
How much say do you have in like what craft beers they have here at the Last Picture House?
Most of it.
Okay.
Most of it, yeah.
So help me understand what that's like. I mean, you do, we're here in the movie theater. There's like an audition process, I imagine. People come in and want you to have their beers on tap. How does that work?
I
know there's not like a casting couch, but is there like a casting koozie? How does that work? You drink your beer, you sample. How does that work?
A lot of it is kind of, what's going to be popular. I like to try and keep a lot of things as local as possible. That's why we have Twinspan and Stompbox. Stompbox is right down the street from us, so having a beer or two from them in at all times is kind of the goal.
So I know that you both have done some work with beers that are available here at the Last Picture House that are not available anywhere else. And Adam, I guess I want to get started with this one, the 5 out of 5 stars.
Yeah, so how that one came to be. So I'm in here quite a bit with my wife at the bar. We don't even go see movies. We come in just to grab a drink.
Right on.
We're like, okay, we want to do an exclusive beer for you. And we were thinking maybe we just split off an existing beer, add something. And we got to talking. And the first thing you wanted was Swedish Fish.
I was thinking like a Swedish Fish or like a candy something, just, something gimmicky. But we eventually ended on popcorn.
Yeah, and we have done the Swedish Fish beer, and we'll likely do it again. I didn't know people actually liked Swedish Fish.
Oh, are you kidding me?
I talked to so many people who love it now, and I guess it's just me. But
craft beer and Swedish Fish, like I could live on just those two things.
All right.
It never occurred to me that you could put them together.
Oh yeah.
You've made that.
We have, and they've had it on tap up here, and we'll probably, if Ian wants it, we'll have it again.
So 5 out of 5 stars is popcorn. Now, help me understand this. Popcorn as a flavor in beer, normally as a brewer, if your beer tastes like popcorn, something horrible has happened. I mean, that's the stuff of a brewer's nightmare is beer that tastes like popcorn. Explain why popcorn is not a desired flavor in beer.
So that would be the diacetyl flavor, which is something went wrong with fermentation or there's even an infection. And every brewer I talk to are craft beer fan. When I said, hey, I'm making a popcorn beer, they gave me this look of like, I thought you were a better brewer than that. What do you mean? And it really comes back to when we were having that discussion about what beers to do. Ian said well, we're really known for our popcorn. I've been wanting to brew a popcorn beer forever because I'm a lunatic. I want to do the challenge of popping popcorn and seeing what we can get out of it. And going into it, we used their popcorn. We couldn't use the popped popcorn in the machine here because that does have fat and oil, so you don't want it into the beer.
Right.
So Ian gave us a big bag of kernels.
The popcorn you use here at Last Picture House is popcorn unlike any other movie house that I've ever been to. Right? I mean, where do you get it from? What's the secret?
I'm not allowed to say.
Okay.
But no, we do get it from a source in Iowa. It is all 100% Iowa white corn kernels and yellow corn kernels. We mix them together. We pop it in coconut oil, and then we add actual clarified butter on top.
So butter and coconut oil in beer would be a huge mistake.
Yeah. So we got our front of house manager at Twinspan. She brought in her mother's air popper from like the 70s. And we spent, and I say we, it was mostly my staff that I was like, hey, we need to make popcorn around the clock. For a week, they were just popping nonstop, running this little machine. We had, because you guys showed up on the brew day.
Yeah.
2 or 3 50-gallon trash bags full of popcorn.
These huge bags, this big around, just full of popcorn.
And we ate a ton throughout the week, too, so it wasn't like every kernel made it into the beer.
Hey, guys, there should be a lot more popcorn in this bag with all the kernels we've popped, and just a lot of guilty faces around Twinspan.
I don't know.
Uh-huh. It's the weirdest thing, Adam. We don't know.
It had a flavor. It's not butter, but there's a popcorn flavor on the finish. And it was a little hazier than a normal lager would be, and I could only attribute that to the massive amount of popcorn we added to the beer, but I thought it turned out fantastic.
What was it like when you put that in the mash? Does the popcorn just dissolve instantly, or?
Yeah, pretty much. I've got a video, at least a couple photos. When I threw it in, I quickly had to go in and take a picture because it all just kind of dissolves.
That would be oddly satisfying to watch, I think. Just watching that much popcorn dissolve in a
But also a
delicious
little
lager.
nerve-wracking because I was totally expecting the kernels or any of the duds left over to slug up my brew house.
Right.
But it was such a smooth, easy brew day. Everything it's like the universe wanted me to make popcorn beer.
Joe, the beer that you've had here on tap, and you both of your beers are available right now here at the Last Picture House.
Yep.
But you've made like kind of a special twist on a beer that you can get at Stomp Box that's only been available here. What's that? What was that?
Right, yeah. So it wasn't quite the elaborate process that Adam had to go through, but
As you hear him telling the story, are you thanking God you didn't pick a popcorn beer?
I'm glad he did the experiment so I could just observe and like, it does work, all right. Yeah, so Ian had reached out about having an exclusive beer on the rooftop here for the summer and thinking something light, easy, refreshing, drinking, and decided on taking our Mexican lager and then we rested it on dehydrated lime peel and just let that flavor infuse and serve it up. Most people like to add a lime wedge to their Mexican lagers as it is, so it just kind of cut out the middleman there, infused it, and yeah, turned out pretty good.
So it's designed to be consumed outside in Davenport on the rooftop.
Yep.
It hasn't been that long that beer, and craft beer specifically, has been available at the movies, right? I mean, this is a newer thing in the last couple of years.
Yeah, I know there's been bars in, theaters before, but maybe they're just serving, some specialty cans, or if they have a cocktail, it's like, here's your Fireball and apple juice, or
Right.
something like that.
Right.
But as far as having like a full bar program, a full cocktail menu, full craft beers on draft and in cans and like available to take into the theater with you, that's a relatively new concept, and especially a new concept to Davenport.
Their beers are available here at the Last Picture House, Stomp Box and Twin Span. Joe and Adam, thanks for joining us. And Ian, keep up the good work.
Absolutely.
Just thinking about all the staples at the movie candy counter and all the stuff that you have here, like junior mints, like in a stout, that would be good, right?
It could be, yeah.
Could you do a milk dud beer?
Sure.
Okay, that sounds like Adam is saying sure, but it's a terrible idea.
It's got to stick to your teeth when you
Yeah,
drink it.
it's got to be really thick.
Right, I want a beer that I have to like pry off the roof of my
Literally
mouth.
chew
Yeah.
the beer as you're drinking it.